You might not know this, but you can actually install custom home environments to the Oculus Quest, and it's really easy to do. Oculus gives us a few limited options that are actually really nice, but they get boring after a while, and sometimes you just want something fresh. So I'm going to show you some custom Rick and Morty home environments in honor of Rick and Morty Season 5 finally launching. And then at the end, I'll show you exactly how to install them. And if you don't like Rick and Morty, then I don't know why you click on this video, you unintelligent swine. But if you want other custom home environments, you can also get tons of others the same way that I'm going to show you at the end of this video. Alright guys, this is the first environment for Rick and Morty. This is the classic Rick's Garage. As you can see, it's pretty detailed, it got lots of different stuff in it. When you open up the environment for the first time, and any time after that, you actually end up facing the garage, which is kind of nice because then the screen isn't blocking all the rest of the stuff that you want to see behind and around you. On your left, of course, you have the nice shelf. It's got your time travel stuff, as well as all the other junk that Rick has carrying around right there. Got our washing machines, a little sock right there. Of course, his actual garage full of things. We'll go over there in just a second. But overall, the environment is really nice and detailed. It looks pretty cartoony, but Rick and Morty is a cartoon. It lives up to what it's supposed to be. Alright, so heading over here to where Rick does all of his work, there isn't much going on over here. The only animation in the whole environment is, of course, Pickle Rick here, just rolling around like a good old Pickle Rick does. We got lots of vials, a couple other cool little knickknacks and things, but overall, pretty simplistic, but at the same time, really, really nice. Here we are in the second environment. This is Rick's toilet, and this is probably my favorite out of all of them, just because of the running joke that this is where Rick goes to have his peaceful pooping time. And you know, if you've ever used your Quest playing Poker Stars in VR in the toilet, this is the perfect environment for you. As you can see off in the distance, we've got a pretty flat image of what the rest of the environment looks like. The around us, the immediate area around us, where we have, of course, our toilet and the grass. This platform around us is 3D and it looks really nice. But everything else, everything all around, it's like a flat, basically like a what would you call it? Not like a billboard, but it's pretty flat. That said, it still does look really nice, and I actually really like it. There is movement in the grass. You can see the grass kind of waving a little bit. I can get down close to it and you can see that. You can also come around behind here. You can see the portal back there, of course, is spinning around like a portal does. And of course, we also have our toilet over here that you can use with toilet paper and everything, water kind of moving around. So this one has lots of nice little movements and stuff that really make the environment feel really, really alive. When you load up in, you're right here above the toilet, looking this way. Obviously, there's a screen blocking this. I couldn't get rid of that. The old method for getting rid of the screens to show the stuff off to you wasn't working. But behind the screen, if you just kind of walk past it, of course, you can see the peaceful glory of Rick's toilet environment. All right, here we are, guys, in the last environment. This is their house, the actual Rick and Morty house where they live. This is probably my least favorite environment out of all three of them. Something just feels off about it. It doesn't feel like Rick and Morty's house. I don't know if it's something to do with lighting. I mean, it's dark outside and it's kind of dark in here. The colors just don't feel right. I don't know. But of course, you do have lots of different things pointing towards the fact that it's Rick and Morty's house, such as Mr. Meeseeks hanging out right there, all creepy like. You also have a coffee table with some weird magazines, like this Rick and Morty magazine with a half-gutted Morty. I don't know what that is. I don't get that reference. If that's a Rick and Morty reference from an actual episode, let me know. This just looks creepy for all I know. You do have the TV with interdimensional cable going on, and that's pretty nice. You got Manson Myers Johnson, I believe is his name, selling his microwaves and stuff. Lots of other little details, of course, where the dog used to be. Outside, I actually just noticed this while I was filming this. You actually can see the graves, the little mounds where Rick and Morty buried themselves. So that's pretty interesting. It doesn't look like legitimate grass. It looks like a sheet over the top of it, but you know, whatever. It's there. It's a cool little detail. So overall, not my favorite environment, but it is still pretty cool, especially if you're a big Rick and Morty fan. So let me know down in the comments which one you guys liked the most, because I think, probably Rick's toilet the most, with Rick's garage coming in as a close second, and then this one far behind those two. So the process to install these is actually really easy, especially if you've used Sidequest before. If you've never used Sidequest or don't even know what that is, I'll link to a video below that explains exactly how to do it on the PC, but you can also use Sidequest on your phone if you don't have a computer. It's essentially a marketplace for sideloading games onto the Quest that haven't been approved to the Oculus Store yet. It also includes tons of custom home environments and some nice tools that you can use to optimize your Quest experience. It's really worth getting into, so check out that video if you haven't used it before. Once on Sidequest, just look up the home environment that you want. All of the ones that I mentioned here in this video will be linked down in the description below, by the way. Once you do find the home environment that you want, unfortunately you can't just hit install the headset like you would with most apps on Sidequest. Instead, you have to choose which Oculus environment you want to replace with one of these Oculus environments. Oculus has made it so you can't actually add new environments, so instead we just overwrite the ones that are already there from Oculus. Once you know which environment you want to replace, and it doesn't really matter which one you want to replace, you can always revert back to it, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But once you figure out which one you want to replace, just click on the appropriate link listed here. The silent versions are going to install silent environments without any sound effects, by the way, and the ones I showed in this video all have like some background music going on, I'm pretty sure. Once it finishes installing, you can enter your headset, go to settings, virtual environments, then select the environment you replaced with a custom environment. The actual name and picture of the custom environment won't show up as the new Rick and Morty one. It'll still show the default environments that the Oculus comes with. But once you do click on it, you'll see that the environment around you goes to the one that you installed. Now you may get a notification popping up about piracy and illegal downloads, but don't worry, this isn't illegal and it's not going to get you banned. This notification just pops up anytime you modify software, and as long as you're not actually pirating games, you have nothing to worry about. Also, if you want to go back to the default home environments and delete the custom ones that you just installed, you just have to click on the three dots next to the home environment, then select uninstall. Then once it installs, you can re-download it and it will be back to the default home. If you have any questions or issues installing any of these home environments, comment down below or join our Discord, which is probably the best place to get that kind of tech help. Also, I'm thinking about making another video showing off other custom homes that are available on and off Sidequest, so if you'd like me to do that, then let me know down in the comments. But anyways, that's it. I'm out.